everyone. In this episode, we are going to try some Grander Rum, and we make some sloppy joes. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and please hit like and subscribe. All right, everyone, welcome back to season 2. We're at the Rum John Bar. I am accompanied by Mike. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, my good fair maiden. Oh, sorry, Malin.
Yeah, I'm loving the ship in the background. Your ship, I have to say, is better than my ship, so I like that. Very nice background, sir.
You know, it's just like where I like to hang out now.
Yeah, yeah, just a little something I call Minnow 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen Captain Jack Sparrow or Gilligan, so I think I'm safe.
Yeah, right. Hey, this is the episode 2 of season 2. First episode, we had a little bit of fun with Bao and we did a pirate drunken ribeye with some Myers rum. That was pretty fun to do. And today we're down here in sunny Florida again, or at least right now it's nighttime, but we're down here in Florida again, and I've got my aunt in town from South Dakota. It was I believe a negative 25, and she decided I'm out and came down to Florida. We've been spending the week together and hanging out in the pool and having a blast. It's been real enjoyable.
The one thing about that temperature is that you could put all your booze outside and it's immediately chilled.
Yeah, it's kind of that whole. Pops is not too far south of that, and I told him to do the whole like throw the water or whatever in the air and see if it comes down as ice or snow or whatever.
No, he's got to do the jean challenge where he gets jeans soaking wet and set them outside like it's a person standing.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, she came down and we went to Tarpon Springs, one of my favorite places to take people because of the just the great Greek heritage, Greek background. It's really fun to hang out there. And then then other than that, we also went to Key West, actually. We shot down to Key West, and I'll do a little montage. I basically brought all the GoPros and just set them out. We took the Key West Express down, and I set GoPros out, and then and it was great for the first day. Mike, we rented a this Hummer electric car. They called it an H5. It was
cool. Yeah.
So it was cool, but I have to say that it was a piece of junk.
Was it for anyone that's of my age? Was it very reminiscent of the Yugo?
It was more like
on lift kit.
Like, hey, there's a turn signal here, but there's no wires connected to it, or it's just kind of dangling there on the
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's probably not okay. And then I ran.
It was made to add for the mystery of driving.
Right. It's for the excitement.
Yeah. Did you find yourself doing this a lot out the window?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did. I was like, all right, here we go. I'm stopping, back up.
The only thing that would have made it like old times is that you had to actually crank it up. Right. Crank up the Lizzie. We got to get going.
Yeah, like we were excited about it. I mean, we're sitting there waiting for them to give us a car, and then like this thing, we're like, whoa, what's that? We want that one. And so yeah, we took it, but that was short-lived. Like 3 hours later, we were like, this thing's a piece of crap. So we took it back.
I'm sure those guys that fought in World War II were like, when they saw the Jeep, they're like, oh my gosh, that looks awesome. And then when they took a ride in it with no suspension whatsoever, yeah, they're like, oh, this really sucks. Oh, why did they make this?
Right. Nice seats. Could it have killed you for some foam? Yeah, that I mean, so I will tell you, I had my two aunts and my wife and I were on this thing and we were driving, and they're like, it's really boxy, and like the middle console was like this just metal square box that goes all the way back, and she's like, ah, it'd have been nice if it was more roomy back here, and I'm like, no, this is what a Hummer's like. I mean, there's no, it's like this is you right
Yeah,
here, you know.
yeah. How many people could you fit in that clown car?
Four.
So it was captain basically.
Yep, yep. And
Okay.
then like this metal box in the middle, and
Yeah.
then the cool thing about it is that most of the electric cars down there had like these trunks that are, you know, big enough for like 3 backpacks, and that's it. Well, I went down there with me, my wife, and my two aunts, and this was like an overnight trip, but we could have stayed there for a month. I mean, so it was a good thing that it was a flatbed pickup, you know, it was a flatbed kind of area for the trunk, so we could just stack stuff up. But they're gonna watch this and get mad at me, I know it. But um, I
You
guess
know, I just looked it up real quick. That centerpiece, according to the website, it's not ran on horsepower, it's ran on hamster power. So
that's
that
right.
is probably all the hamsters that are
Yeah,
keeping it going.
yeah,
So
it's a bunch of hamsters on a big wheel and then that
yeah.
wheel is hooked up to a battery, and then that's how they say it's battery power.
It's a chain system, really. The wheels, and then it keeps the chain moving, Yeah.
And but yeah, it was a good time. We ended up taking it back because, like I said, like there wasn't turn signals. We found out that while the headlights would turn on in the front, nothing worked in the back. So even when I like stepped on the brake, nobody would know that I stepped on the brake. And I was kind of like looked under the dash, and there was the little button that's supposed to be underneath the brake pedal. It was just dangling there, and I'm like, oh, all I gotta do is just every time I brake, I gotta reach down underneath the here and just click this little button and let them know that I'm braking. But if I do that, then I can't see over the dash and see that I'm about to hit the guy in front of me. So let's just take it back.
What I thought you were going to say was the headlights only worked when I had the accelerator down.
Yeah, exactly.
Brake lights and notification lights, they only worked when I was tapping the brakes.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, I will say that, it was fun to drive, and it did go like 30 something miles an hour. I mean,
At that point, you should have just got a damn golf cart.
well, no, right, no, but I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what the other the other carts that you could rent were basically golf carts with lights.
Solid.
So yeah, but it's, they kind of get you right when you come off the boat, and there's not much you can do. So you just, all right, I guess I'll take that one. It was our fault too. We went with the cool one. It was probably out there just for advertising. We were like, we want that one. And she was like, really? That should have been our first.
Isn't that the true story of America?
Mm-hmm.
You just get off the boat and they're like, welcome, here's a piece of crap.
Oh, that Golden Street. Yeah, we paved that over with blacktop and gravel. So you don't worry about those golden bricks,
We are a melting pot. It's just a lot of things are melted at the bottom.
Right. Yeah. Like it's really pretty up there. This is the crap that, when you scrape the bottom of the pan, that's where this is.
So it didn't last a whole day is what you're saying?
No, we took it back. We got there at around noonish, and we took it back by 4.
Oh, wow.
We just enough to go to the hotel, drop our stuff off, get some lunch, and then we went around the islands 2 by 4, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But we went around the island. We went to the southernmost point. They got their picture taken, and then we just took it back. I mean,
wait, the island's 4 miles in length?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, it's from, basically if you go up Duval Street, it's 2 miles, and then 4 miles from.
So that's funny. A retreat place in Florida, Key West, is bigger than a duty site I did when I was in the Navy, Diego Garcia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right. Yeah. And you know what is also interesting? Pastime in both islands, fishing. Oh, yeah, right.
Well, yeah, but the other thing is Key West didn't get the added benefit of what we did in Diego Garcia, which was formaldehyde in our booze.
Yes, that. Yeah. Well, maybe some. I mean, let's not.
I am naturally preserved at this age.
Right. So yeah, so what we got here is Debbie's preparing over there. We're
Oh,
gonna
I
cook
can't wait.
some sloppy joes, man. This is kind of cool for me. So she had the idea. I lived and was raised with my grandmother and all of my aunts and uncles, and until like third or fourth grade, and so she was very near and dear to me. And so some of her recipes are kind of where I got my start in cooking, and one of them that my aunt Debbie brought up was to do sloppy joes, and let's add some Myers. Like I've said in previous videos, that Myers rum is kind of like that rich, dark rum that I'm finding that is great for cooking, and so yeah, we're gonna go try and make that over here after we're done here.
By the way, a couple friends and I got together a while back, and we did saute some steaks
Nice.
in your Myers rum
Mix. Oh,
concoction.
very
Oh
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, and I don't know, you probably haven't seen the first episode yet, but Val and I cracked open the barrel and we drained it and put it in. I'm sure I sent you pictures of it, but we put them in bottles, and just today actually, the marketing director and I refilled it, so it is now back full of rum.
Oh, nice, nice.
So and um the quality of rum that we got for this one, we took it a step higher than we did the last one. The last one, we just kind of wanted to see what it was like. So we stepped up a little bit, just a little bit higher. And so we'll see what this one does. Not that there's anything wrong with ABC Liquors white rum, but I don't know that that's pretty standard rum.
So question and comment real quick. So it was a white rum,
Yep.
right? Color.
When it was done, it was actually, I just had it too.
Was it like a Grander, a little bit lighter than Grander?
Looked just like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Grander or remember, I actually referenced it. It was reminded me of Big Five.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
next thing you may, but just consider, I want you to consider, when you go to drain that one, pour sherry in there and let it sit.
ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah,
then
okay.
take it out and then put a rum in.
That's a good idea. All right. Yeah, because
Because I'm seeing a lot of these different rum and even whiskey manufacturers, bourbon manufacturers, that they're using a lot of sherry casks. So
yeah, and I'm talking, and we're in negotiations right now because I want to get a 5 liter one. This is 3. I want to get a 5. And what I want to do is kind of do what some of these distillers, or how they age it, is that they'll take like when this is done, this will have almost, it's supposed to be 3 liters, right? But when it's done, the devil takes their cut, the angel takes her cut, and then it's down. There's about a quarter of a liter missing. So what I want to do is take this and put that in a 5 liter one and let that sit in there for 3 months while I refill this one. And then when that one, after 3 months, will technically be almost like a 2-year aged rum, I'll take this now 1-year aged rum and mix it with that and continue aging that one and start over on this one.
I think you need to get a better fence because the devil and angel. Who the hell is Angel, by the way? Right. And why are they even getting access to it? Put a lock on the back gate, please.
Yes. No. Well, what's interesting too is that, like, this is sitting outside. I'm not taking it inside. It is just.
Well, you've got the natural. Well, because your temperatures have been probably what, 70, 80 degrees. Yeah. So you got a natural evaporation of the heat that's going on with it. So
right. And
if you think about it, a lot of these brewers and distillers and everything, other distillers, these things are shielded inside in a climate controlled arena, so. Yep.
I've had some people tell me, and I don't remember who it was, but some people tell me that, or someone told me at one time, that having the barrel in the heat, or outside in the natural heat and humidity, we'll seal it, and then at the same time, the heat and the wood and alcohol mixing together will like make it work better.
Yeah, I mean, it is true because with the humidity levels, it will expand the wood. So the cut is not going to come out, whether it's the angel's cut or the devil's cut, right? It's not going to come out as much, but it also is not allowing much of a breathing per se.
So that's a good point. You know, I'll have to see what this is like, because remember that last 3 months was basically the winter months of Florida, and this is now. I mean, I just added this today. It's, you know, the end of February. It's the start of our spring. So in 3 months, it'll be, you know, closer to summer. And I mean, we're definitely going to have more humidity now than we did the last 3 months. So I'm wondering, I'll have to see like exactly when we pour this out, exactly how much cut was taken now that it is actually more humid. It's humid as heck right now.
Well, honestly, you could probably do it by weight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point too. Yeah. I could probably try
You put it on a little scale, you know, if you got like a food scale or something, because it's not going to be much weight for a food scale, but you could probably
right over there in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, what do we got today? We got we're gonna cook later, but right now we've got the marketing director went and got Gander Panama Rum. Grander, sorry. Gander Mountain.
Yeah. We went to REI and got some rum.
Sorry, Grander. So it is 8 year age Grander, authentic, bold flavored, no additives, Panamanian rum.
So what I had asked of you, and we're going to let the viewers know, I couldn't actually get it here in where I am in cosmic land of my pirate ship. I couldn't get it. I got a lot of good swill, but so what we're going to do is we're going to have John do the tasting. We're going to have him give his 2 cents on it, and then I'm going to give the background on it.
There we go. All right. Let's see here. It's got another one of these.
Which, by the way, I got to tell you, I don't like the Bamboo XO. I like the regular Bamboo. Right.
No. So, but I mean, when you, oh yeah, totally. But when you do the XO, I mean, it's more of a sipping, like it goes back to rum, like a sipping aged rum.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I will say this though, it does go well in coffee.
The Bamboo XO.
XO.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting. It was a very interesting.
Oh my gosh! I almost broke this cork again.
Oh, sweet mother of pearl! It's twist. It's not yank and turn.
No, but I'm like,
no, twist it out.
I'm just too excited.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. All right, I got my glass out, and Bao left his here, so I'm going to use that for guests that come. Oh, in other news, speaking of guests and the whole separation thing, I was able to get my vaccine, sir.
Oh, so, congratulations.
Thank you. So now I feel as though I am okay to start kind of taking the show on the road a little bit.
Well, is that 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2?
I'm sorry?
Is that 1 or 2? 1 or 2?
I got both of them.
I'm sorry, I went into optometrist mode.
That's okay. Camera 1, camera 2. Yeah, no, I got both of them.
So you got the Moderna?
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that that when they said they got so my nephew had gotten the Pfizer one.
Mm-hmm.
The Pfizer one, you will exhibit some of the symptoms.
I did.
Oh, you did on the Moderna one also?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I got
because I've heard a lot of Moderna people be like, "Oh no, I never had that problem."
See, I heard the other way around, but yeah, it was like I got it at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I went to work. I came home and worked, and then around 6 o'clock, I kind of walked out of my office and went to the marketing director, and I'm like, I don't feel so good. I'm gonna go lay down, and I was passed out until the next day. I mean, I was out. I mean,
Well, that's what my nephew said. 24 hours.
I had a fever. I had chills, I had muscle aches, like my neck and my shoulder killing me. And so, yeah. But then, yeah, and then as soon as I woke up the next day, I started feeling better. It was no big deal. And I mean, yeah. But no, so I just wanted to let you know that. But yeah, because
real quick, he sent me a text and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like ass," blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, next day he texts me, and I didn't have my glasses fully on, but I can make out words since I got the LASIK.
right, yeah, yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and it says, "I feel 100%." And I didn't see the period, and it said crazy. And so I was like, "Oh, holy crap, this made him crazy now? 24 hours later, and he's crazy?"
I thought this was going to be better than that.
What kind of thing is CDC doing to us right now?
Right. Well, so I mean, yeah, I took it. I feel better. And I'm not going to go out to, restaurants and stuff like that, no mask. But I mean, I feel, I was at major risk before, and now I kind of feel like I'm like, okay, if I go out, I have a mask on, I'm careful, I'll probably be all right. So I might start doing that. It's maybe when I'm up in your neck of the woods in 2 weeks, maybe we'll do that or something.
Yeah. So my nephew did say that after he got his second shot, that I asked if he felt like he was at a point where he could go lick doorknobs and toilet seats.
Right.
He said he was going to give it a try to see if he catches anything, but
yeah.
I don't think he has, I guess is my point.
I got these sores around my lips, but other than that, I'm fine.
I don't even know how I got crabs around my mouth.
Right. All right, so here we go. We got.
All right, take a swig of that. Grander. Tell me what you see.
Right, let me
scent it.
It's not a really robust head to it, if you will. I mean, there's not.
That's what she said.
Wait a minute, I can't smell anything. Oh no.
Damn you, COVID.
Yeah, I mean it's a very light, like alcoholic smell or alcohol-y smell. I mean,
wait till you take a hit though.
Maybe, I don't know, hold on. Maybe, I don't know, maybe honey or vanilla in there.
Okay. All right. Honey, vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I get. Which, yeah, okay. Let me take a hit of this.
Keep in mind, it's 8 years old.
First thing that hit me right away,
yeah,
is that's thick. That is not like man, it just feels like it has legs on it or something. Because I mean, like, geez, you it's not like water or like a white rum where you drink it and there's like nothing to it. This definitely coats your mouth. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to pick it up, but there is something there. I mean, I can't. I'll just keep drinking until I pick it up.
3 bottles later. Just let me know when you give.
I'm probably going to shoot myself, but I mean, I mean, there's something there, but I can't get it. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is definitely the distillery is down in Panama.
Yeah.
Okay. They very limited ingredients. So when you think about rum, it should be limited ingredients.
Yeah.
It's distiller grown sugarcane molasses.
Okay.
A proprietary cultivated yeast.
Okay.
Panamanian water.
Are you supposed to drink that? Okay, go ahead.
No. You don't get Montezuma's revenge from that.
Oh, okay.
So they do what's called in their distilling process. They do what's called a multi-column distillation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of course it's minimum age of 8 years. That's the minimum age.
Yeah.
Okay. So the barrels. This is where it's interesting because in what they actually say barrels, but then they say the first fill is an ex-bourbon American white oak cask.
Okay.
But it doesn't say how many fills that they do. But the first one is a bourbon.
All
right. You when you said it, it had a very strong alcohol kind of smell to it. It is 45%.
Okay.
Which is for rum, it's on the higher end of the spectrum for the percentages, because usually 40, 43, kind of. Literally, it says additives. It says the only ingredients used are listed above, which is the 3 ingredients I told you.
Really?
The 3 ingredients I told you.
So there really is. This is basically. And I didn't want to say it, but this reminded me a lot of what we did there, where we took white rum and we threw it in there and we aged it a year. And like I said at the beginning of the show, you asked me what color it was. It was basically this. So
the other thing is, and I actually want user, for some of the viewers, please leave a comment below, because this is a very interesting comment that they made, was that the color is natural from the barrel.
Yeah. Well,
which makes me wonder on some of the other blends of rum that are out there, if they're using like a color additive at some point in it to give it a little more of a darker hue or something else.
Or there, potentially there's more molasses in it. Maybe, I'm wondering.
It is a very small batch though.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I thought it was sitting on the table right here. I was going to go grab the bottle that we did last week, but if the viewers remember from last week, if you don't, go back and watch it and click like and subscribe. But it's basically the same color, or I mean, this is probably a little darker than that one was. That one was more like honey. This is more a little darker than that.
It's almost like a light end bourbon kind of look to it.
Yeah. But I mean, that is the kind of the flavor that I got from it. I'm like, okay, it's very kind of, just straightforward, straight alcohol. I mean, it's sippable, but it's not one that like, and when I say sippable for the viewers, what I'm talking about is
I mean, every alcohol is sippable, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it's sippable for, I'm comparing sippable to what Mike would have or what Bao would have for a bourbon, right? Where it's nice and smooth and, it's got a like coat your mouth and lay, because that's what we want to do here is like, I appreciate all rums, all of them, whether I like them or not, I appreciate them because it takes some work to do that. But what I'm trying to do with this show, amongst other things, is get the people that, rum, that's a college drink, or that's a poor man's drink or whatever, to understand that like there's some drinks out there that are just as good, like we mentioned bamboo before, that are just as good, but it's rum instead of a high dollar scotch or whiskey or bourbon.
Well, to your point, when people were growing up that drank, right, and you asked for rum and coke, you're more than likely getting a Bacardi, the low end Bacardi white, mixed in with coke,
the ABC liquor.
Yeah, the $15 a bottle or less.
Yeah,
optional.
Yeah,
and you weren't actually getting the true essence of what really rum. It's the same with, Jack and Coke. You can do a Jack and Coke, and Jack is really not. The low end Jack is really not true bourbon. It's it's the rough edge.
Yeah, it's the quick. I need a quick. I mean, And there's nothing wrong with it because there's a market for that. There's people that like that, and I'm fine with that. I mean, this is good. I just took another. You had, I don't know if you saw. I took another sip of it. It's good. It's got a nice.
I'm still waiting for you to ping on some of the tasting notes, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You've got a honey, which you're not too far off.
There's something sweet there.
Yeah,
I just
there
don't
is,
know.
and I think there's an ingredient of, well, not an ingredient because we know what the ingredients are. There is a tasting note if you were to combine it with something else that would probably give you that like twinge of honey.
Pineapple?
No, I didn't say Caribbean. I said,
oh, sorry. Honey. I mean, sugar, the honey.
All right, screw it. I'm just going to tell you. So it's got oaky flavor because of the bourbon, with a hint of bourbon because of the cask that they're using, the barrels that they're using.
Mm-hmm.
It says the tasting notes also contain a little bit of nutmeg, subtle notes of sugarcane, and dry fruit. I think the combination of like the nutmeg kind of sugarcane is giving you that interpretation of a honey, but it's really.
Well, you say dry fruit, and I'm like, all right, I can see that. I can see the dry fruit where I'm like something sweet there, but it's not. It's not like a. It's not like.
By the way, why does it always have to be a dry fruit?
Why? Yeah. Why? I mean,
you're drinking a fluid. It should be a moist fruit. Yeah. Oh, sorry. A lot of people don't like the word moist. Sorry.
But I mean, so I thought about that too, right? Where, if you talk about Siesta Key and one of their best flavors that they do is, and everybody else, I hope back me up on this, is the coconut, the roasted coconut.
Yeah.
Or toasted coconut. And, how they infuse that, I don't know. But I mean, I'm guessing it's probably the same thing where they, it's a dried roasted coconut or toasted coconut, and they mix it together and then drain it through or whatever. But I mean, they do a great job at it.
So again, this goes back to how because a lot of distillers, they don't want to disclose how they're actually doing things. So what are you doing? Are you putting, so for the ones for like coconut, are you putting like coconut water or coconut milk in the barrel to seep in before you actually, and then empty it out, and then, you know what I mean? Yeah. So how are you, to your point, how are you infusing that kind of?
Yeah, because I mean, like, face it, if you go and get Bacardi, or I know maybe it's not Bacardi, I don't want to pick up Bacardi, but there's one out there, maybe it's Bacardi, that when you drink it, the coconut tastes almost like the
Parabay,
like a suntan lotion or something. You're like, man, this is like
Parabay. When I drink Parabay, I totally get like I feel like I'm what's the one suntanning lotion that came in? It was Hawaiian something. Yes, came in a brown bottle. Yes.
Yes.
It kind of, I'm like, am I drinking a version of this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now here's the thing. If you mix that in the right drink, it's great. Just like that. I mean, when I smell that, summer right in my head. I mean, it's summertime. I can't.
With a batch of OJ? Mm-hmm. Well, so you picked up on honey. That's why I'm like, maybe you're getting the combination of some of the tasty notes. So
yeah, but it's not I don't like nutmeg or hazelnut. Like, I mean, Siesta Keys spice rum, that's like hazelnut punch in the face, or nutmeg punch in the face. But like, I'm not really.
I would say though, there is. So this is an 8-year-old. They do make an 8-year-old single barrel.
Really?
Yeah, and it does have a deeper color to it. Okay. The only difference, because this is a multi-barrel, the other difference is they use a Panamanian sugarcane molasses on the other 8-year-old, which is a single barrel.
Yeah.
And the single barrel is an ex bourbon. I don't know why they say ex, but former bourbon oak barrel.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may have held sherry in it.
Okay. See, I'm gonna try that. I know you mentioned it before, but I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go get another one of these. I'm not gonna get a fancy one with the name on the front like I did this time. I'll just go get a normal one. and they're actually like $30. So I'll just go get a normal one and start doing just that, and start adding like sherry and scotch and whiskey and bourbon, and then let them sit.
My only thing is if you're going to do sherry, you have to do sherry that is actually from Jerez de la Frontera, because in Spain, Jerez de la Frontera is the sherry capital of the world. All the best sherry comes from there. You don't have to pay top dollar for that sherry, but you can get a really good Jerez, cheap sherry
Really?
that you can actually, age your barrel in. So,
Okay. All right.
I only say that because I spent, 4 years in Spain. So
That's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. When I get down the road again, like I did with the Myers, and I forgot the Floyd Myers, Floyd Hayes, Floyd. Damn it.
Floyd Mayweather. No.
What was the bourbon?
Clyde Mays.
Clyde Mays. And Clyde Mays.
Willie, the bourbon, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Yes.
Willie Mays Hayes how'd that go? Got moves like Willie, got something like Hayes. I don't know. So,
welcome to the outtakes.
Yes, definite outtakes. Okay, anyways. Clyde Mays, I will come back to you like I did with Clyde Mays, and we'll do some research on what we do on the next barrel.
Oh, so I do have an Irish that I want you to try.
Okay.
It's called Quiet Man, or you can do Sexton, one of the two.
Ooh, Sexton sounds fun. I mean, it's nautical and it's just a fun word, but yeah.
And Sexton comes in a very interesting bottle because it's like a pentagon structured bottle.
Okay.
Which is like yay tall, not tall at all. They're both Quiet Man and Sexton are very inexpensive. When I say expensive, for me, it's like, $30, $40. But they're pretty decent Irish whiskeys. So
how big's the bottle?
So the Sexton is about like yay big. The Quiet Man is like a regular size bottle, but
yeah,
the Sexton, like the Grander there. But the Sexton is because of its girth. Love that word. It does actually make up the spacing of a full size bottle.
Nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it's kind of one of these where,
yes,
not very tall, but it's girthy. Yeah. It's got a wide, stable base to it.
The same thing I said to my wife on the wedding night.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that note, sir, I appreciate you coming out again for season 2. Let's keep this going. For the viewers out there, please click like and subscribe, and tell your friends to have them like and subscribe. We've got new shirts. I don't know if there's no feel on, feel-o-vision on this, but
you can't even scratch your screen to get a scent. So
this, I'm telling you though, but this is super, super baby soft shirt. This is a pretty nice shirt that the marketing director went out and got, and then we got a whole batch of new hats and another surprise. If you didn't watch the last episode, where we now have aprons because we're doing the kitchen, so we got aprons. So let us know. We got new stickers, and if there's something you'd like to have the logo on there that you think would be a great idea, let us know. Koozies, we got koozies, so, and masks.
Oh, I like it. That's a big one.
But yes, everyone, hey, thanks for coming and watching. Mike, thank you for joining us again, and we'll keep this going. I'll put out the Key West montage for everyone to see what it's like to go to Key West. But until then, I'm gonna jump over there. And
I was gonna say, get to that
yes,
sloppy.
I'm gonna jump over here and start cooking some food. So why don't y'all come with me? Until then, Mike, sit back, relax, have a drink, and enjoy the ride. Let's go cooking.
Let's go cooking.
All right, we're over here at the kitchen. I'll step on this side. This is my Aunt Debbie from Brandon. South Dakota. This is just outside Sioux Falls. What brings you down to Florida?
I want to get away from the snowy, cold weather. It's 26 below zero there.
That seems like a great idea to get away from 26 below zero weather. Here, since you see, you've been here for 2 weeks now. We've gone to Key West. We've swam in the pool at least a half a dozen to a dozen times. As you can see, there's smoke coming out of the smokers, so we've grilled meat, and we are grilling meat yet again. And we're going to cook. What are we cooking today?
We're going to cook a famous recipe from my mom, Sloppy Joe's.
So my grandmother's recipe, Sloppy Joe's. I love these Sloppy Joe's. My wife, who was I guess raised wrong, calls them taverns. Everyone else in the world calls them Sloppy Joe's.
Or they call them barbecues.
Or barbecues. I have heard barbecues, and I'm okay with
barbecues.
barbecues because that's, you know, it makes kind of sense. It's barbecue meat kind of mixture. So what we're doing is, we're going to do is we're going to, I don't know if this would make my grandma proud, but we're going to take her recipe and we're going to do what we do here at Rum John and add rum to it. Because how can you go wrong? Now, what I'm going to do, or what we're going to do, is we're going to add one of my favorite, as you know, cooking rums, which is the Myers rum here. Excuse me. We've got the Myers rum. I like cooking with this because it's very molassesy. It's very rich. It's got a very, you know, kind of a deep flavor to it. So we're going to try and make these taverns / Sloppy Joe's / barbecues all with Myers and see how that goes.
It's going to go great.
I think it's going to be awesome. Personally, I think this is going to be 100% great. So, we've got two different types of onions.
Yep.
I see we've got the red onions, which are a little sweeter, which I'm kind of a fan of. And then we've got these white onions. I will tell you, I don't know if it's the season for onions down here in Florida, but these are potent. I do not normally tear up for onions, but I cry like a little baby. And what I learned on some of the other shows that I watch, Delos for instance, when you cut onions, you could use goggles and it'll take care of that. So we did not.
Usually keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut, yes.
Yep. Sometimes you wet the onion, that'll help too. Okay, we need to get started. We need to fry up some burger.
Okay, so.
And some onion together, and then I'm going to chop up some celery.
Okay,
so I need to turn that on.
I will get the grill going here. Alright. Opa! We went to Tarpon Springs yesterday, and every time there was a flame, everybody in the entire place went, Opa! So, here we go.
Opa nuts now.
So this meat we're using is kind of my mixture. It's a little bit of ground chuck. It has some sausage, and it has some brisket meat in it. I ground it up using a meat grinder, or I mean, you can use a meat grinder. I used, I think, a food processor when I did it, and so it's kind of a mixture of, I think it's a 50 ground chuck, 20 brisket, and 25 brisket and 25 sausage. I think there's some bacon in there too. It's been a little bit since I ground that up, so I'm not sure. And I've been drinking a little.
Little rum goes a long way.
All right, so you want me to cut some celery?
Yep.
All right, let me get a cutting board.
Okay.
The official Rum John cutting board.
Nice.
Actually, I can't bring myself to cut on the good side. I have it cut on the back side. Don't want to scratch that up. That was given to me by my mother-in-law.
Oh, nice.
And she's such a sweet lady. So, how do you want these? You just want like
no, I want
half inch?
I want it like this. Sorry, I can't tell you. I just have to show you.
Show me.
Cut it
And I'll
in
follow.
half,
Okay.
and then cut it in smaller pieces, like that.
Awesome.
Okay.
I am not going to do it that well, but I will try my best.
Okay. You know, I'm never cooked on a gas before.
Never cooked on a gas?
No. So this is a new experience for me.
So I love cooking on gas because it distributes the heat a little more easily.
It smells good.
And if you're watching this from above, don't make fun.
Oh, she would love it.
Yes. All right. You want, how many of these you want?
I need a cup.
A cup of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to do it the right way with the knuckles back and all that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is 3/4 of a cup, but we'll take it.
Well, yeah, we'll just add a little more. So I guess I should read the recipe.
Yeah, here's the recipe.
It's 1.5 cups of ground beef, a cup of celery, diced, a cup of, actually I fudge on the onions because I like onions. So
I love onions too.
I go about 3/4 of a cup of onions or more, cup of ketchup, a tablespoon of mustard, two tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 vinegar, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and then salt and pepper to taste. And we'll probably, I'm not sure how much we're going to put in there, we're going to wing it.
We're gonna wing it, and then winging it to me is, I think we're gonna try probably 2 shots.
Yeah, I think about 1/4 cup to a half.
So a 1/4 cup is about a shot, roughly.
Okay.
So if we do a half, that'll be about 2 shots.
We'll try, let's go 1 shot first, see how it tastes.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Whew. I am fighting the smoke here from the brisket. So Miss Debbie here is leaving tomorrow to go home. So in the meantime, I'm going to try and smoke a brisket so she can try one of my famous briskets before she leaves.
That sounds good. What do you put on it?
So this one is brown sugar, like a cup of brown sugar mixed rub that I have. And I'm smoking it with the competition blend pellet.
Can you turn this down a little bit now?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Between medium and low there.
Yeah, that's good. This is pretty nice and brown. This is really lean, so there's not going to be any real fat to this at all to drain. If you're using fattier meat, you need to drain it.
So yeah, like you said, this is the brisket and ground chuck, and there's not a lot. I mean, the ground chuck has some, you know, fat in it or some grease in it, but the fact that the brisket has almost none, it's going to soak that up, and there's nothing there left. You want this?
Yeah, go ahead and throw that in.
All right, so this is 3/4 of a cup.
I need some more.
We'll grab a little bit more. This is one thing I really want to get better at, is cutting. Consistent cutting. I am not very good at it. Yep.
You know, I had a lot of practice because I was a lunch lady.
She was a lunch lady at Brandon High.
Grander High.
Brandon Valley High up in South Dakota.
Yep.
Retired now.
Yep.
And
Oh, I know how to chop, dice, do all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to add that cup of ketchup.
yeah, you probably chop in mass quantities. Like,
Oh, yeah. Celery, we use about half a case of celery.
half a case of celery.
Yep.
Wow. Alright, so there's probably actually a little over a cup.
That's fine. The more the better. It's kind of, I like to just kind of dump as I go. I need you to get me 2 tablespoons of mustard.
2 tablespoons of mustard. Let's see, is this a tablespoon? Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. We have just standard great value mustard from whatever store, just yellow mustard.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to go 1,
sauce mix.
Worcestershire? How much Worcestershire?
I don't remember. Is it a tablespoon or two? I think I do 2.
2 tablespoons Worcestershire.
Yeah.
You just say 1? Okay.
Yeah. Same family.
Same family, yeah, it'll be alright. 1, 2. I love Worcestershire.
I do too. Yeah, it's too much everything.
It is such a good flavor.
Yep. And then I have brown sugar there, so I need to get 2 tablespoons. And I think I got those measured out.
Yep, 2 measured out tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay.
I think this is real brown sugar, which you guys don't see me cook a lot with. So,
You can use keto or
Mumford.
yes, you can use Mumford. That works really good. Or Swervia. I've used both. Works
looks
really
good.
yummy.
So, do you want me to get the rum?
Yeah, let's let the celery cook a little bit more before we add that, don't you think?
Sure.
I just want that to be done. And you can put a lid on it and steam it if you like, but I don't think we're gonna do that.
I'm gonna get the. We're gonna toast some buns here.
Oh yeah, I need those browned up.
So we're gonna brown that up here.
Oh, this smells good. That would smell better, I think, with the rum in there. Just let it simmer for a little bit.
Oh, it does smell good. I can smell it
Can
now.
you
I just
smell
got
it?
a whiff of it.
Yeah,
Wow, that does smell
smells
good.
really good. Looks good too.
So yeah, we went to Siesta Key. Went down there and had a little tasting again, as I do with most people that come down. And if we're headed to Key West, my aunt Dawn was in town as well, and we went to the distillery in Siesta Key, or I guess it's Sarasota.
Very good. Yeah, very excellent.
Yep, we got coffee and coconut, and then again the giant
Spice.
bottles of the spice. Yep.
Rum. Yeah, very good. Nice place.
It is great. I recommend everyone, if you're in town or you're headed to Key West on the way to Fort Myers, to get the Key West Express, stop by, say hi to those guys, get something to drink. We also got, which was a great idea, we got three different types of cake.
Yeah, rum cake.
3 different types of rum cake. We
Yeah.
got a coconut rum cake, a roasted coconut something else rum cake, and then
Can't remember what the last
a
one.
third one. They were all
They were all
phenomenal.
excellent. Excellent.
So try the rum cake there too. Their rum cake is top notch as well.
Yeah.
That looks
Okay, I
awesome.
think we're ready for the
rum. All right, so let's do
Okay.
this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna guesstimate a shot.
this right here. Use this.
All right,
And this is 3/4.
we'll get
We'll
close to
wing it.
3/4 and we'll
No,
stop.
no, no, no.
Oh,
We don't
a
want.
quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go quarter. We don't want 3/4. That'll be way too
A third of this cup. Ish. Ready?
Go. Oh, smell that. Smell that. That smells so good.
Oh, it does smell good. Ooh, okay, now, yeah, all right. I gotta get these buns going here.
Yeah, get the buns going. I'll keep stirring around. Oh, man.
All right, buns.
Man, that smells yummy.
A little bit of Kerrygold butter on, I don't know what kind of buns these are, but these look really good.
Good. Like borscht.
Borscht
type of
buns?
Bun, yeah. Should give a plug for Aldi's. That's where I buy them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is
They
the one
have
thing.
a 4-pack, and we just love them. They're just delicious.
That is one thing I've learned from the marketing director and my aunts that are in town, Debbie and Don. Apparently, Aldi's
Is the place.
has everything you ever need to survive, is what I've learned personally. I don't go there very often, but I guess if you had Aldi's and Amazon, you need nothing else in your life.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, let's simmer this a little bit lower, if you would.
There.
And then I think we're ready to taste.
All right, let me get a spoon real quick.
Too.
This is funny. We're out here cooking food, and my son is inside watching Man vs. Nature, and they're eating bugs. So I think
I think I'd rather
we
eat
win.
food.
All right, let me try this. Here.
Okay. Let's see if we need a little
think a little more.
Okay.
Alright, yep. Oh, that is super good though. That is really good.
Yep.
A little more? Okay.
Mhm. Oh man, that's gonna be great.
Alright, this is a lot, but we're gonna go for it.
Okay.
Alright, so if I had to guess, that was probably closer to 2/3 of a cup.
Okay.
Let's see the bread here.
How's the bread doing?
Let's see, I don't want to block that. I'll just put this over here.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good looking bread right there.
Oh, good job.
Oh, it's hot.
Hey, burn your fingers.
Hata, 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 hata.
Oopa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had the best baklava I've ever eaten.
So, yeah, we went to Halas, or Hellas, or however you want to say
I
it.
think it's Hello's.
Hellas in Tarpon Spring. I strongly recommend the baklava Napoleona or something like that.
Napoleon baklava, yeah.
Free is awesome.
Yep.
It's super good. Like it's like baklava, which rich creamy layer. Baklava rich creamy layer is it's great. Super good.
Delicious. Alright, I think we're ready for another taste. And normally I would not double dip in a pot, but you know,
We're all family here.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 2/3 of a cup. Myers. That's the spot right there.
Yep. That's excellent.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Alright, want me to put some on a bun?
So yeah, let's go ahead and put one on a bun. We'll do one on a bun and then
Put it on your
on
pan.
the yeah, we'll do it on the fancy side.
Okay.
Make it look good.
Hopefully it won't spill too
Let's
bad.
see. Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. This will be great.
Oh man, that looks good.
Let's see, what I like to do is I like to kind of open things. Kind of like this. Let's do one more.
That looks great. I know you can see this up there, but down here, I just want you to know this looks oh so good.
And I like to eat, when I eat barbecue, when I eat Sloppy Joe's, I like to make a mess. Ooh, jeez, that's hot. And I like it that way. Eat it whatever way you like.
This looks great. You guys, thank you for visiting. We're going to chow down on this. In the meantime, we'll see you next time. But just remember, sit back, relax, have a drink,
You bet.
and enjoy the ride. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
This is really good rum.